guys, we're going to show you how to do the pull-through braid that Annalyn, Kaylee, and Alyssa are going to be using for their trio hairstyle.
Yeah.
So we took it out, and that's why Annalyn's hair is wild right now, but I'm going to show you how to do it. What we're going to need is your hairspray, your spray gel, and a comb. So I'm going to actually use a teasing brush to tease Annalyn's hair, but you can use a comb for it too. So go ahead and start by just making sure that all the hair is brushed through. It'll make it a lot easier when you're trying to do this style. You're also going to need some bobby pins and also your small elastics, the small rubber band elastics. Here is this small piece of the bangs area, this little small bang area here, and kind of section it off with your comb. You don't want too much or you'll have no hair on the side to work with, but you want enough because this is the part that's going to be poofed up in the front. So go ahead and take this, and then I'm using the brush, the teasing brush for this, but you can use a comb too. So go ahead and just tease it by brushing it straight down like this. And then I kind of do that in sections so that it's really full even in the inside. So brush it down, and then after you do that, you're gonna just kind of go over this top part right here so that it doesn't look like a nest of a mess. A rat's nest, if you will. Now, the elastics that I use for Annalyn's hair are these Goody Ouchless ones, and it's because they match her hair color. So I got these at like Walmart for $2 or something. All right, so now we have our first poof. So now what we're gonna do is take a section. They're going to be rather small sections. So this is the side of her hair that's left. So I'm going to cut this into two. So this is probably going to be, they're going to be maybe 1 inch in width sections. Now take your spray gel and go ahead and spray the sides of the hair. That way everything will be tight and pulled back. It's going to look really, really nice against that poof that we created to have this part all nice and slick. Brush that out. Brush this out. All right, now we're ready to take our first section of hair. So like I said, I'm doing it maybe 1 inch thick, and I'm following kind of along where I made the first part with her little poofy part, if that makes sense. I kind of follow the same direction of that, so it kind of goes up a little. Now the reason you want to do these kind of thin, like in 1 inch sections, is because we really don't want to see the line. All right, so now I'm gonna have Annalyn gently hold this, just like that. Don't pull it down any further, keep it up a little. And then I'm just gonna really smooth this part out and go ahead and put an elastic on it. Take another 1 inch section and follow that same line that you already created so that it's kind of all going the same direction. Like the parts that we're doing are all the same width and following the line above it, so they're parallel. So you can clip those little pieces out of the way with like a little alligator clip, but Annalyn holds them fine, so that's just what we're doing. And then go ahead and do your next ponytail with an elastic. I just put a little gel going down the side, that way I'm working with small enough sections. And I just put the gel as I go, so that way it doesn't dry out on her hair. It's still wet, which makes it a little easier to part and stuff. And then secure that one with an elastic. All right, so I just did my next little section. And I'm going to tie it back. So you're just doing this little elastic, these little sections with an elastic the entire way down. So obviously there is another way to do this pull through braid where you use less elastics because you do the pull through and tying the next section at the same time. Here you go, baby, hold this. But because this is for her competition, I need to make sure that it's super secure. So I'm doing double the elastics.
I have 3 pieces of hair with me.
You know, you don't have to hold all of those. You just need the last one that I gave you.
Oh, so I can work all of the 2?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the big piece. Small piece, you're going by yourself.
All right, and then this is my last section. So this is what her hair looks like. So it's got a bunch of different sections, all with elastics on them. So now we start the pull through part. So for that, you're also gonna need some hair elastics. So what you do, I'm gonna have you turn your head this way. So this is the first one, this is her poof. So you split this top section in half. This second section that's right underneath it is gonna be held by Annalyn. I'm gonna take section 1 that's split around section 2 and elastic it to section 3. So now that first section and third section are secured together. All right, let go.
This piece?
And then what you're gonna do is take this little part that's around and just fan it out. So pull the hair a little bit to get it all nice and poofy. All right, now you're gonna take this section that's between the two, put that down. Split that in half, take the section underneath it, which is right now the one that you just did 1 and 3, this is number 3. So you're gonna take the section right here that's in between your little poof part, split it in half, pull the section right underneath it, right on top of it, and then you're going to take this and add it to the section right below. And then secure it together with an elastic. All right. And now you're going to do the same thing. You're going to pull these pieces out so that they're all poofy around the little pony. Now you're going to do the same thing. You're going to split this in half, pull the section right below it on top, have your daughter hold it, and then secure that to the elastic right below. And then poof it out. That's kind of what gives the impression of like the mohawk, is the poof. All right, so keep going. Split in half, pull the bottom section on top, and take the 2 and secure it to the one below. Look all the way down, Mama. Tighten that, let go. And then go ahead and just fan that little part out. We have no more sections, so now we're just going to be working with the ponytail. So what you're going to do is ponytail, just secure this little part by going down about like 2.5 inches from the hair. Put the elastic on it like that, and then run your finger up, split it in half, and then grab that section and just pull it right through. So you're doing the same thing, it's just in a different way since now we only have the ponytail to work with. And then fan that out. And then keep doing that. Put it down about 2.5 inches. Put the hair elastic on it. Split that in half with your fingers. And then pull that ponytail right through. And then go ahead and fan it out. And do that down the rest of your ponytail until, I'll show you what to do when you get to the very end. I've reached the end of her hair. What I'm gonna do is just kind of make a pretend one. I'm gonna take this piece that I would normally be securing, and I'm just gonna kind of like wrap it on the back like that. And then take a hair elastic, put it on here at the bottom, the same like 2 inches, 2.5 inches. And then just fan that part out. So it's just a pretend one, but it's just to kind of keep the same look. But now we're done. So it was super easy. So we're all done. Everything looks good. I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right. So everything is pretty much tight, it's secure, it's not going anywhere, it's gonna dance really well and look really pretty.